Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have an art journal page for you guys. You guys have been asking for more art journals or mixed media, and so today your wish is granted. So first I have my Traveler's Notebook, the one that came with the Webster pages, Traveler's Notebook, and it's super thin paper, but this is the one I'm using for my art journal and it works really well. First, I used some gesso and I dried that completely before I started having fun. So I took some acrylic paint in 3 different colors. I used the neon pink, an aqua, and a light baby pink. And I took an old Michael's gift card and I'm just kind of scraping that along the whole pages, both pages. And I like the way that looks. This is just my base layer. You're not going to see all of this completely, but I am going to dry that completely. Now, this video is going to have a ton of me just drying. So this is really why I don't do mixed media videos that much, because my editing skills are not quite where they need to be. So you guys see me drying a lot. But it's going to be fun, and I'm sure you guys are going to love this because it turns out so good. I had no idea what I was going to do when I sat down. I just play. That's what I do with this. I have no inspiration. I did take 2 of my new stamps, and I knew I wanted to use those. So they will get used. And if you saw me, I closed the book before it was completely dry. Now, it was almost dry, and a couple places it wasn't. So when I closed it and mushed them together, it gave a little more texture on those places that weren't completely dry. So I really, really like doing that. So right now I pulled out the archival ink in the Garden Patina color, okay? And I'm taking this mermaid scale stencil that I got a couple years ago, and I'm just using my blending tool with that and just getting a little bit in a couple places. Now, this isn't perfect. It doesn't have to be. I'm just using it for some extra layers. That's what I do in art journaling, and what I have learned from watching several other people. And I'm not perfect at this, you guys. I'm not the best art journaler, and I don't claim to be. I just have fun, and I really, sometimes they don't turn out so great, but sometimes they just do, and I'm happy with it either way because I had fun and I played with my products. Now, when you are using art journaling pages, if you're going to use any kind of wet medium on top of your ink, you are going to want to use an archival ink because it will not run. So, I made sure that I dried that with the heat gun to make sure that it was completely dry before I started playing with some other things. So next, I'm taking out the Shimmers Dazzlers and See You in the Morning, and I'm using this Tim Holtz stencil with a little dot, and I'm just going to spread that in a couple different places for some more layers and texture, because now this is a little bit thicker than the just regular ink, and it gives it another really nice texture. So I'm going to put that in a couple places, and then I'm going to dry it. Now, this stuff takes a while to dry, especially because I put it on a little thick. I did not put a super thin layer on. I did use a thick layer, and it takes a while. It takes a hot minute for this stuff to dry. So you guys are definitely going to want to be patient with me for the video. I don't think it was completely dry when I started on to the next thing that I did. It wasn't completely dry. I'm okay with that. It looks good. So yeah, that was a nice little, it gives it a nice little sheen, a shimmer, and it looks really, really pretty. Right now, I'm looking at the finished product, and I'm looking at it now. It's really fun watching the process of how this came together. Obviously I'm the one that did it, but it's nice to look back at it. I don't know, it's weird. So, and now I'm using a ton of products, you guys, a ton. I will leave everything in my supply list below, and hopefully I know I'm not going to be able to find all of these because the mermaid stencil is old, super old. I don't even know where it came from, and Yeah, some of the other things I don't think that I'm going to be able, like the dazzlers, shimmers. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. So anyways, I will leave most of the supplies that I use below so you guys can click and buy and get them. But right now I am using Dylusions sprays in bubblegum pink and vibrant turquoise. They are my favorite ones. Now see, when they mix together it makes a pretty purple. And I'm also using my mini mister from Tim Holtz to get water on it, and I'm just, oh, it looks so pretty. I just love it. I have so much fun. And this paper is super thin, but it really can withstand a lot. Like, you guys, look at this. I'm soaking it. It's soaked. It's like drenched right now, and I just keep adding and adding. And this is fun. This is the technique that I really like to do. And then tilting it on different ways to get the different texture and the different flows, I guess, of the ink and the water. And then when you get it on that raised dazzlers, the shimmers dazzlers, it just, oh my gosh, it gets in the little edges and it just looks so pretty to me. It's just, I love it. I really absolutely freaking love it. I'm so happy with the way that this turned out. Every time I sit down and create in my art journal, which isn't as much as I probably should and isn't as much as I would like to because it takes so much time, I'm always happy with it. I'm always, even if it doesn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out, I'm always happy with it. And because it was fun to create, like, it's just so much fun. So if you guys have all these products, like a lot of scrapbookers have these products, but maybe you might be scared to do it, but just jump in and have fun. Use your products and just have a good time with them. Now, just make sure that you're drying in between as much as you can, or even letting them dry naturally would be even better. But, you know, I'm doing a video and I don't have time for that mess. So right now I'm taking one of my new stamp sets that I got from the Stamp and Scrap Art Tour, and it's from Precious Remembrance Shop. Now, it's like the little rings, like they look like, you could say they were like bubbles possibly, or you could say they're coffee rings or just little rings. I don't know. They're really cute. But I used both of my archival inks that I have out, and I just kind of spread them all over the page for another added extra texture. And as you could see what I did, I would dip it in the ink pad and then stamp it again before I dipped it back in the ink pad. So you would have different variations of the same stamp. So one would be a little bit darker, one would be a little bit lighter. I really like the way that that looks. And now I'm taking this like kind of splatter stamp from the same stamp set, and I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm just kind of going all over the page with both colors and different variations, stamping it kind of off the page, all the way on the page. It just adds extra interest. And like I said, I'm not a professional at this, you guys. I'm not perfect. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing and having fun. And that's really all that an art journal is for. I've always been kind of nervous to show you guys my process because I'm not a professional and I don't really know what I'm talking about. But you guys want it, so I'm doing it. So please be kind. I'm really nervous. I like the way that it turned out and I love it. But who's to say that you guys will like it? Like, it just makes me nervous. Every time I put a new video out, I'm nervous. I know you guys are always so kind to me, but I'm always so freaking nervous that somebody's going to be like, oh my God, that looks horrible. Like, so please be kind. So this stamp is also new that I just got yesterday or Saturday from the Scrap and Stamp Art Tour or something like that. And it's from Right at Home, and it says, be a pop of color in a black and white world. And then I'm also using this solid heart image from the Precious Remembrance Shop stamp set that I just showed you guys. So, and I'm using the black archival ink for that. And I'm just placing it all over the place. And then I believe that I'm going to put some sequins on. Yes, I am. And the tool that I'm going to use for this is called Pick Me Up, and it's from the Silhouette. It's from Silhouette. Somebody asked me in my previous video what the heck I was using. So it's a nice little tool to have. I don't use it every single time. Like right here I started and then I remember that I had it. Sometimes I forget that I have it. it's a really nice tool to have. So I will try to find that and link it below as well. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to speed it up as fast as possible. There will be some close-up pictures at the end. And yeah, I hope y'all liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. I love commenting back and I love interacting with y'all. So yeah, follow my social media. I will leave it linked below, and there will be a supply list linked below as well, so you guys can get all the supplies that I used. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.